What's going on, YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney. I appreciate you guys for watching this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now, as it does help these videos get to the public and the channel to grow. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you don't miss a single video that is posted. You guys, it's only right you guys to do that, okay? Don't get caught lacking in these streets. I'm excited for this college football season. Hope you guys are as well. And guys, be sure, if you have not already checked out my college football playlist for record predictions for teams in 2019-2020, go check those out right now. I have previewed and broken down about roughly 16 or 17 teams in college football this year. So be sure to check those out if you have interest in a lot of great teams this year in college football. Okay, I previewed a bunch of major big-time Power 5 schools. College football is right around the corner, and today I'm bringing y'all a big time video. I'm dropping a bomb on y'all today. We got my personal college football playoff predictions. You know who are going to be those 4 teams that get into the college football playoffs this year and compete to win a national championship. Okay, you know, let's see who's those teams. I will give you predictions on who I think will make the playoffs and why this year. Okay, I'm gonna give you my 4 teams I think personally has a good chance to make the playoffs and who I would pick to make the playoffs this year. So let's get started. Right off the bat, number 1 is the Clemson Tigers. They are going to be in the college football playoffs this year. I would be shocked if they don't make the playoffs this year. If you were to ask me, you know, if you were to put a gun to my head and say, what's the one team that is guaranteed to make the playoffs this year? It's Clemson. Okay, Clemson, listen, they're the best team in college football. Trevor Lawrence, the best quarterback in all college football this year, okay? You know, he now has a full offseason to get better, to get stronger, to get smarter, to watch more film, to become a better leader, okay? To dissect and work with the offense, okay? To get better chemistry with wide receivers. And last year, as a true freshman, the guy was sensational. He obviously, torched Alabama's defense in the national championship game. He was a big reason why Clemson won that national championship. Trevor Lawrence is the best quarterback in all college football. To me, Travis Etienne is one of the 2 best running backs in all college football. Okay, Clemson, they have one of the 3 or 4 best offensive lines in all college football. Okay, and their defense, they obviously do lose some key players on defense, but again, they've recruited at an insanely high level. I would be shocked if Clemson does not make the playoffs this year. I have Clemson going 12-0 in the regular season for the 2nd straight year in a row. I do think Clemson is loaded, and even if Clemson were to drop a game to a Texas A&M, to a Syracuse this year, okay, because those are 2 toughest opponents they play this year, Texas A&M and Syracuse. If they were to drop one of those games, I do think the College Football Playoff Committee will give Clemson the benefit of the doubt. And they honestly should, guys. They really should. Clemson has won 2 of the past 3 national championships, okay? So if Clemson were to drop a game somehow, which I do not see happening, I see Clemson, if they win their conference with only 1 loss, I see them getting in. And let's be real, guys. No one's going to challenge Clemson. Clemson is a lock to win their conference, guys. That's just the reality of the situation. When you have Syracuse as the 2nd best team in your own conference, I mean, your conference is not very good. The Pac-12 is better than the ACC right now, guys. The ACC is terrible. It's Clemson and everyone else. Do I expect Miami? Do I expect Virginia? Do I expect Duke? Do I expect Florida State to compete with Clemson, the defending national champs? No, I do not at all. Clemson, to me, is a lot to make the playoffs. I got them in as the 1 seed, okay? Listen, Georgia, to me, is the number 2 seed this year. I have Georgia winning the SEC this year. I think this is the year that Kirby Smart and Georgia will pull through. I have made a video talking about all the reasons as to why Georgia will win the SEC. So be sure to check that video out if you have not checked it out already and are interested in that topic, okay? But listen, there are not 3 or 4 more talented teams in college football than Georgia this year. Georgia, to me, as far as talent goes, they're arguably one of the 3 best teams behind Clemson and Alabama this year. Georgia, to me, is loaded, okay? And listen, over the past 3 years, they've been right there in recruiting with Alabama, okay, guys? As far as, I'm going to put graphics on the screen. As far as the 5-star players, the 4-star players, Georgia actually, over the past couple years, has signed more 5-star players to their roster than Alabama. So as far as talent goes in their roster, Georgia's not lacking at all. Jake Fromm is a good quarterback, okay? DeAndre Swift is an elite running back. They have the best offensive line in all college football. And to me, listen, Georgia, these past 2 years, have looked like the better team when they play Alabama. I fully expect Alabama and Georgia to meet for the SEC title this year. And again, I think Georgia's going to beat Alabama this year. I really do. I think that's what is going to happen. I think Georgia is going to beat Alabama this year. And guys, these past 2 seasons, Georgia has had double-digit leads on Alabama in the SEC title game and in the national championship game. Georgia outplayed Alabama in both of those games. What hurt Georgia was blowing those leads, bad execution down the stretch, and lack of good coaching decisions by Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart is in his 4th season now. He's going to be able to learn from those mistakes he's made in the past. And to me, Georgia, I'm not saying they're a better team than Alabama, but to me, Georgia matches up well with Alabama, okay? They have the speed. They have the wide receivers. They have the quarterback. They have the offensive line. They have the physicality to be able to match up with an Alabama. And Georgia, to me, is going to be in the SEC title game with only 1 loss at the bare minimum. The only tough games they have to play this year is Notre Dame and Texas A&M, and they get both of those games at home. Obviously, Auburn is a team to be looking out for. They potentially could lose at Auburn. But again, if Georgia wins the SEC with only 1 loss, they will get into the playoffs guaranteed, okay? And next, I got Oklahoma. Oklahoma, to me, is going to get in the playoffs this year. Listen, Oklahoma has a very easy schedule. I would be shocked if Oklahoma loses more than 1 game this year. Oklahoma, to me, obviously made the playoffs these last 2 years. I expect them to make it for a 3rd year in a row. I really do. The gap between Oklahoma and Texas in the Big 12 is wide, okay? Iowa State, I like you, but you're not on Oklahoma and Texas level. You're just not, okay? Texas loses a lot of talent this year. I get people are potentially maybe picking Texas this year to knock off Oklahoma, but to me, it's not quite the year for Texas to knock off Oklahoma in the Big 12. Oklahoma, to me, is still the best team in the Big 12. They have the best offense, arguably, in all of college football. Well, maybe not the best offense, but it's definitely top 5. It's definitely a top 5 offense, okay? You know, they got CeeDee Lamb, they got Jalen Hurts, they have Spencer Rattler to back up Jalen Hurts, so if Jalen Hurts were to get hurt, they will not be lacking at the quarterback position. They have NFL wide receivers, like I said. They have NFL running backs. They have NFL offensive linemen. And like I said, Oklahoma's schedule is super, super easy, guys. Look, listen, the toughest games that Oklahoma has to play this year is Iowa State and, Texas, and at Oklahoma State. I see them losing a bare minimum of 1 of those games. They potentially, even if they do lose a game, they can revenge that game in the Big 12 title game. And I think if a 1-loss Big 12 champ, is there, they're going to get in the playoffs, okay? And that team, to me, this year is going to be Oklahoma. Now, obviously, Oklahoma's defense, that's the big question about this team. Last year, the defense was god-awful. It was atrocious. It was terrible last year. They were the 101st ranked defense as far as points per game, were allowed, okay? But I think Oklahoma's defense is going to just naturally improve because last year, guys, honestly, you can't get any worse than that defense was last year. That defense was god-awful. It was so bad, okay? But now they brought in Alex Grinch this year to be the defensive coordinator, okay? They have 10 returning starters on defense. So can experience alone help this Oklahoma team raise from the 100th ranked defense to maybe the 80th ranked defense? The 70th ranked defense? I think it's a possibility. And to me, if Oklahoma can get any stops, they can win a national championship. Oklahoma, to me, is going to be the 3 seed in the college football playoffs. Okay, so now the final spot. The final spot to me comes down to Alabama, Oregon, Washington, the Pac-12, and Ohio State, Michigan in the Big 10. Okay? Now I think the Ohio State Buckeyes will make the playoffs this year. I really do. And look, to me, I'm just going to label this as the Big 10 winner. Because I think that Michigan and Ohio State, both, one or the other will have only 1 loss and be a conference champ at the end of the year. So whether it be Michigan or Ohio State, pick your poise. I'm going with Ohio State this year. I think the Big 10 gets in this year. Again, a lot of people are going to say, what about Alabama? Alabama potentially could lose to Texas A&M in the regular season, guys. Okay, Texas A&M is a real team. They have to travel to Texas A&M to play. Now, am I picking them to lose to Texas A&M? I'm not picking them to lose that game. But again, it's a possibility, guys. And again, Alabama. A lot of people want to point to 2017 when Alabama got into the college football playoffs over Ohio State. And that's fair. But you have to realize something. Ohio State had 2 blowout losses, guys. They had 2 blowout losses. So, again, if Ohio State would have had 1 loss, 1 close loss, and a conference champ, Alabama wasn't getting into the playoffs. So, again, to me, I think the Big Ten is going to have a one-loss conference champion, a good enough resume to get them in over an Alabama team that is a non-conference champ with one loss. Okay, that is going to be the deciding factor for me. Okay, but again, Ohio State, they're a good team. You know, they returned 10 stars on defense. You know, their defensive unit is going to be improved this year. Ohio State has NFL cornerbacks. They have NFL linebackers, okay? They have NFL D tackles, NFL pass rushers, okay? You know, Chase Young, arguably the best defensive prospect in all of college football. J.K. Dobbins at running back, very good player. K.J. Hill, Chris Olave, Austin Mack, Benjamin Victor, Garrett Wilson. They are loaded at the wide receiver position. Okay, obviously Urban Meyer is gone. Okay, obviously Ryan Day is brought in now. But pretty much the only thing Ryan Day has done in his coaching career is not be a head coach. Ryan Day has experience in the NFL. He has experience in college. He's been a coordinator. He's been a ton of things, guys. Ryan Day, the only thing he has not checked off on that box as far as his NFL coaching career is being a head coach. Okay, and obviously it's going to be a big step for Ryan Day. But again, this roster is talented enough to win games. I have Ohio State going 11-1, winning the Big Ten. I have them losing to Nebraska. I do think Nebraska is going to be a ranked team this year, okay? Justin Fields, I have no concerns about Justin Fields. Justin Fields is going to be a dynamic player this year. Justin Fields will get some talks for being a Heisman Trophy candidate this year. He's a 5-star recruit, guys. Don't get fooled. He's a great player. I don't care about the spring game. Justin Fields' ability to run and throw the football will open up this entire offense. And while Dwayne Haskins last year was super special for Ohio State, he was special. Dwayne Haskins was big time, 50 touchdown passes. You know, Justin Fields brings a new dynamic to this Ohio State offense, guys, okay? He's going to be able to run the ball. His ability to run the football and have those explosive plays on the ground will open up the entire offense. Ohio State, to me, is going to be one of the best teams in the red zone this year. Now, again, a lot of people may ask, what about Michigan? Michigan, to me, can make the Big Ten title game. And like I said, I think it's going to be the winner of the Big Ten getting in. I think Ohio State's going to win the Big Ten. But again, the deciding factor for me picking Ohio State over Michigan is the fact that Michigan loses a lot of players on defense. And again, Michigan fans want to tell me that they've recruited at a high level. I get it, you know, but again, I have to see it to believe it. You know, Michigan has been so inept, okay? They've been so inept in this Ohio State rivalry that I just cannot trust them. I just can't, okay? Ohio State has the defense to match up with Michigan's players on the outside, okay? Their defense is going to be good. Their offense is going to be good enough. They can win ugly games. This Ohio State defense is not going to be giving up 49 points to Purdue, okay? So again, Ohio State to me is the better team, and Ohio State to me is going to win the Big Ten. I think they get in with one loss. So there you have it. Clemson, Georgia, Oklahoma, Ohio State, to me, that is my college football playoff predictions, guys. Be sure to comment where you agree with me, where you disagree with me. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? You know, or potentially if it doesn't, you know, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, you know, get other people hip to this channel, you know, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God blessed day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.